Hey guys, welcome to Pop Culture Minefield. That's Keith.
That's good.
And it's apparently Ed Norton Day. That's right. That's right, Barney. We were talking about that earlier. It's like we were talking about how TV, that all these shows are actually just one long universe.
Yeah.
Those shows, they're all somehow connected.
Yeah.
And Honeymooners, Flintstones, because Ed Norton was, of course, Ralph Cramden's best friend on the Honeymooners. Hey, Ralphie boy, you know, and then like they do the Flintstones in the first season. Mel Blanc did Barney's voice differently because they were afraid of getting sued. But then after Jackie Gleason actually sued them and then dropped the lawsuit, they went ahead and let Mel Blanc do Ed Norton's voice for Barney. Hey, front! You know, laugh. That would become the other Barney. Yeah. The dinosaur's voice. Yeah. So anyway, it is Friday, and we're going to be talking about Bill Sienkiewicz for some reason. That's news.
Bill Sienkiewicz has a certain point of view.
Yes,
and
on something.
We'll put that off.
We're going to talk about Ivan Ortega and his new release. Very exciting news. And that just came out yesterday. And we're going to be talking about
Shout Factory having released the entirety of Space 1999, and we'll talk about that.
It's going to be exciting. And then, Anthony Kerrigan.
Victor Zsasz from Gotham.
And he plays the Russian mobster on Barry. And I liked him as Zsasz, but it's Barry that sold me on him as a funny actor. He's really, really good. So we'll be talking about some of those things after the credits. Roll them.
From the deepest, darkest recesses of Dangerous Nerds headquarters, Keith Moncrief and Gary Kissel.
You stuck around for the credits. Thank you. And with that, I'm going to point out once again, we shop at some of the same shops, and this was not planned. It was accidental. Women would lose their mind if this happened. Guys just think it's cool. It's like, holy shit, we're dressed the same.
Yes.
We're in a gang. Gang signs. There's my gang sign.
We're in the geek gang, baby.
So, before we get started on everything, we just want to talk about what Ivan Ortega has done, which is just phenomenal. We watched already the opening 15 minutes of his edit of The Last Jedi. And we're going to be watching the rest of it in high res. Really, you said about the writing. I'm just harping when I go.
Yeah. The writing. I felt having, when I went to the theater and saw The Last Jedi, one of the things that really stood out to me was the fact that it just seemed like the script needed another 2 to 3 passes, because there's just a lot of stuff that really doesn't make sense to me. But overall, as I've said to you and to a lot of other people, I just felt that overall, I don't really hate The Last Jedi. I just don't think that should have been your next to final Star Wars
the middle film. That's the middle arc
of the end of the Skywalker saga. That has been my basic problem with a lot of it, is that it does nothing for the film prior to that, and it's sort
sets
of
up
like
nothing for the third.
Yeah, it's almost like the person that worked their job prior to you decided to just leave you a nice upper decker, before they left. And that's pretty much what that movie is.
It's just so bad, and we all know because you read my rewrites for some of the scenes, and you liked them.
Yeah,
I'm like, if they had done this, and I wrote the scenes out, this would have worked. It would have made people happy.
Yeah.
But no, they had to go this way because Rian Johnson can't write. He's a terrible writer. He's a good director. He's a terrible writer. And the thing is they thought JJ was out.
Yeah.
And so Kathleen Kennedy threw out the baby with the bathwater and told Ruin Johnson, do it, ruin it. Do your thing. Let's make this as woke as you can make it. And gave him permission to change everything, which led to, what's his name that worked on Jurassic World that was going to do the third film.
Yeah.
Got him fired because he's like going, if you make those changes, it changes what I've got.
Yeah.
You know, and he fought and he defended JJ's story arc because there was a plan. Not the most formed plan, but he wrote an outline of how it needed to go. And they threw it out, and Kathleen Kennedy did. And you'll hear JJ hitting all the beats with not attacking Rian Johnson, not attacking Kathleen Kennedy. But the fact is, he was angry when he came back and saw what they did. He saw the movie. He hated it. And that's a fact. But he'll deny it because politics, you know, it's business politics, not political politics, but inter-business politics kept him from saying what he really wanted to say.
And a lot of it has to do with the fact that, again, as one of the people that I follow, Robert Meyer Burnett, likes to say, you know, it's not show friends, it's show business.
It's business, let me tell you. So, Ivan, a year ago, and I've been following this guy all along, and I love his editing techniques, and I also love his understanding of how to tell a story.
Yes.
How to find drama and how to build drama properly in a story. He understands structure probably better than any editor I've ever sat down and talked to.
Yeah.
Because usually editors don't care about structure. They care about what they're doing, you know, from what they're handed.
Yeah.
And how to best edit it. He actually pays attention to the story. And he acts like a director in that way. And he went and took on the challenge of re-editing The Last Jedi. Not only just re-editing it, he actually shot and added new scenes.
Yeah.
And brought in dialogue that should have been in it with his actor impersonators to do Mark Hamill's voice, Admiral Akbar, and I can't remember, was there another character he brought in there? I forget. But Ivan Ortega, we watched the first 15 minutes of his edit, and what was your reaction?
It was good. I mean, again, overall, the actual story in and of itself is not something that I think was appropriate for these films at this stage. My thing about what Rian Johnson did with The Last Jedi is, if you take out all of the Luke Skywalker stuff, this is a movie that should have been a part of a whole brand new arc after the Skywalker saga is over. There is nothing that really keeps all of this in line and with the story that you're trying to tell. And also, I really do agree with Mark Hamill that they probably should have spent more time with the classic characters and a smaller amount of time with the new characters, or at least had the first two films feature the classic characters heavy before you went in with the new characters towards the end.
To take over.
Yeah. This is, and again, it all comes down to the middle film, Last Jedi. And that's my biggest beef with The Last Jedi. It's a good film, but it's not good within the confines of the story that you've taken 40 plus years to tell.
I tell you, I agree completely on that. It's and then there's like logic within the story that's just not there. Little things, because when he's sitting with me watching something, I riff on films while I'm watching them. Yeah. It's like, and the scene where it's like the battle at the very beginning is taking place, and it's like, we have to protect the ships. Well, the ships aren't a planet; they can move.
Yeah.
In fact, they have a planet right behind them; they can move around. Or they could just leave and they'd come back. But no, they're sitting there, and at any moment they could be destroyed. What? How is that? What? And of course, the physics is just tossed out the door.
Yeah.
I don't give a crap. These people are like, oh, those bombs weren't dropped. They were dropped. You can look. There's no tracks. There's nothing moving those bombs. They're falling. And there's no gravity. They could have created something within the story that says that these ships are so large that they have a gravity. And I would have bought
that the bombs were magnetic.
Magnetic, or that they had motors somehow driving them out, and they could have shown that. Fix that in post.
And that would
fix it in post.
That would have truly just taken care of it.
But the one unforgivable part of it is the ships just sitting there. We might get destroyed at any moment. But you don't have an engine that's working. You can't move your ship. That's not a planet, and there's a planet behind you that you could put between you and it. No, all right.
Now, so you had that. My big thing was, for those of you, spoilers for those that haven't seen the film, but
what the hell? It's been over a year.
the part of the plot of the film is establishing that both Rey and Kylo Ren have a connection. So you have scenes in this film, and what Ivan Ortega did great was establish the idea that there is that same kind of connection for both Luke and Leia, which to me should have been part of the plot anyway. Prior with the last series of films that we had, really the middle trilogy, or the original first trilogy, as I should say.
Right.
We haven't really had a chance to explore that kind of relationship between Luke and Leia. So in their later years, having been 30 years since Return of the Jedi, you would have to think that they would have established something like that. And that's really what Rian Johnson should have done. He should have had that kind of connection with Luke and Leia to be able to play that off for the audience's benefit to show, this is how it is between two people that are actual Force users, are related, and they're twins, versus what Kylo Ren and Rey have, to give you sort of a hint that it's kind of the same yet different. I don't know. I'm again, Ryan. Look, you're getting paid to do your thing, and that's great, and I'm happy for you. But I just don't think your film fits with the story that they were trying to tell.
It doesn't.
That's my thing.
I mean, there's a thing called fan service. It's something that films and TV shows do. They throw these things specifically in there for the fans.
Yeah.
And he made the anti-fan service film because you've seen the video too, where he says, he wants to make a film that's divisive.
Yeah.
Well, why would you do that? Making film is about making money.
Yeah.
So you want to divide your fan base and cut half your money, which is why the film didn't do as well as Disney. It performed poorly, and the toys didn't sell at all, 0. And so, bam, that's what Rian Johnson did. Good job, Ryan. And Ivan did his best to fix it. He went and he took things that are still badly written and found a way to try to make them as interesting as possible.
Which is the reason why it took over a year to get this done.
Yeah, because he's got a job. He has a day job. And, but I mean, I've been sitting there every day. When are we going to get it? When are we going to get it? When are we going to get it? And back in April, he's like, it's coming very soon. I love his accent. And
hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. So, basically, you can find him on YouTube, but it's on his channel on BitChute, where he actually posted the video. And you can find links for it in the comments and stuff like that to find the HD copy. Do not download it unless you own a legitimate copy of the film. I'm not just saying that for legal reasons. I'm saying that because, dude, That's wrong. Don't download movies that you don't intend to pay for. Everything I've ever downloaded, I own a legal copy of. They're usually replacement videos because like something got damaged on my disc, or a digital copy I bought, because I don't know what I'm going to do when iTunes goes out of business. They're talking about closing that stuff down. I've got a lot of movies through them.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? And you won't let us really download it. They say we can download it, but it's only playable in the iTunes player. So, but anyway, Ivan Ortega, man, love what you're doing. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. And now we'll move on to Bill Sienkiewicz. I don't know why that makes me laugh.
Artist Bill Sienkiewicz is one of these guys that has just had an incredible...
Sienkiewicz? You say
Sienkiewicz.
I always just say Sienkiewicz.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's...
I've always heard it as Sienkiewicz.
Oh, that's interesting. No, it's not. Oh. Anyway, go ahead, man.
Well, again, Bill Sienkiewicz is one of these people that has had an incredible career in comics as an artist. And he's done many different things. And one of the things he's known for is the character Moon Knight. And basically, look...
I knew the comic. Yeah. I knew him from New Mutants.
Yeah.
That's what I know Bill from.
You talked. These last few weeks, everybody in Hollywood has either had a meeting or had at least some sort of connection or something to say about Keanu. And given everything that's been happening, Bill Sienkiewicz decided to announce that he would like Keanu Reeves to play Moon Knight in a Marvel film.
It kind of harkens back. You remember back when Batman was being made? Yeah. And Starlog did an interview with co-creator of Batman. I almost said Bill Finger. I didn't mean, but the other guy that kind of
you mean
shit on Bill Finger.
Yeah.
That guy, because I never want to say his name.
Yeah.
And he,
DK.
Yeah, he made this statement in Starlog that I've called bullshit on from day one, that he was the one that suggested Jack Nicholson as the Joker because of the movie The Shining. And do you remember that interview?
Yeah.
In Starlog? And I was like, even back then, I'm like going, BK, you're full of shit. I don't buy that for a minute. You comic book. So Bill Sienkiewicz is a comic book artist, and don't get me wrong, he's a great artist. He really is. But nobody in Hollywood gives a shit what he thinks. I think that's really funny. Comic book artists suggest, Keanu Reeves play his character. And Hollywood producer goes, yeah, are you buying me lunch? No? Fuck off.
It's time for you to go.
But I love Moon Knight, because Moon Knight to me was kind of a version of Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in fact, one of my jobs, Jim Woodward, he's the manager of our Dangerous Nerds Facebook page. Mm-hmm. Jim Woodward and I, when we were kids, I thought he and I were going to do comics together.
Yeah.
And he was going to write, and I was going to draw, and I wanted to do Moon Knight. And I've loved Moon Knight since I was a kid. I thought he was a cool character. But I didn't even know it was Bill Sienkiewicz. I'm sorry, it's Sienkiewicz. Sienkiewicz. Anyway, and that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about on Moon Knight. Do you have anything else you want to add to it?
No, not to add to that. It's just like, look, Bill, good luck to you if you're able to get this going.
It's never going to happen. Chuck Dixon will appreciate that. I said that. Let's see. Oh, this is yours, man.
Yes. Look, being two gentlemen that are a little older than the average nerd out there right now.
Older than the average man.
It's always good when a piece of entertainment that was very influential, really for both of us, is allowed to have new life so it can find a new audience.
Yes.
That being said, this is all about catering to us, the fans of this show. And Gerry and Sylvia Anderson's classic series, Space 1999, is going to be released July 16th of this year with an all-new Blu-ray DVD set. And this is just going to be nice.
Yeah, it is.
It's long overdue, but
It's
nice.
because, like, I have the entire collection, but I don't have what they're going to be offering. And Shout Factory, I subscribe to them. I think they're a great channel. I get Roku,
Yeah.
so through Roku, I have one of their TV stations,
Yeah.
and on their TV station, it is nothing but Shout Factory stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you have the Shout Factory streaming app, and I have that one, and I watch just tons of stuff off of there. Great group of people. These people are so passionate about movies. And, of course, their direct involvement with one of our other favorite shows, Mystery Science Theater 3000, the original crew, not the Netflix show.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I like the Netflix show. But I'm all about that old stuff that went all the way back to the 80s. And I love those movies and the original crew and the second crew. Just good stuff. But if you don't have it, check out Shout Factory because they're going to be adding commentary, behind the scenes interviews, and hopefully some footage. And you said for the exclusive collectors one, it has the snow globe?
Yes, there will be an exclusive collector's version that will be released. And that will come with a snow globe, and it will be of an eagle landing on the moon. Now,
And I'm assuming Eagle 1.
Eagle 1, which is the ship from Space 1999. So, and then of course, brand new interviews with director Kevin Connor and actors Barbara Bain and Nick Tate. So
very, very, very cool. I'm so buying that.
This is just, again, I've said it before in this show, and I'll say it again. You know, it seems like everybody in Hollywood's trying to get a piece of something, whether it's comics or classic science fiction. If you're gonna do a remake or a reboot, this is it. Do this. Just call it Moonbase Alpha. You don't get tripped up by
it.
Yeah.
Just re-air it.
Yeah, just
Bring it back in HD.
Just you don't have to worry about the year anymore. Just call it Moonbase Alpha and do something big. Do a big screen version of it. That's all.
Amen. And moving on from Shout Factory, and again, thank you, Shout Factory. We're looking forward to it. Thank you. We're going to talk about Anthony Carrigan. And a lot of people know him as Zaz on Gotham.
Yes.
And he was funny in that, too. Don't get me wrong. He's a good actor. Very good. But once again, my big thing with him was Barry, because he's just so damn good in it. And he's such a gentle soul of a killer.
He's just a good actor, and he's very effective.
And he's joining the cast as the Nemesis for the new Bill and Ted film, Face the Music.
He is the villain of Bill and Ted Face the Music, which just went into production not more than 2 to 3 days ago.
Yes.
So this is happening. This is going to be so cool.
Excellent. So it's I'm looking forward to seeing this film, and it's part of that Keanu-sance that we're having, where it's just everybody loves Keanu, and you can't help but love the guy because when you look at him behind the scenes, look what an amazing dude he is. The tragedy that this guy has lived through with his life, never allowed it to stop him. Stayed zen, and look at him now. We're the same age. I look like shit. That guy's amazing. He doesn't look like a day over 30. John Wick 3 is great. I'm looking forward to seeing, because Kevin Feige announced that he was talking with him. So,
look, I'm just going to say it right now. It's great to have Kevin Feige and Keanu Reeves talking. But if you're a Keanu fan and, you're digging how, the fact that they're talking to each other, here's a little something from me on this. Which is, I think there is a role for Keanu that would be perfect for him to play. And if he gets cast as that, we could probably see him in a Marvel MCU film probably late next year, definitely 2 years from now.
And the one that we both agree on, and he brought it up, and it's just close to my own heart because it was the first superhero, Marvel superhero comic I got into was...
Well, Namor, the father of all Marvel comics. He was part of the original big three, which was Namor, Human Torch, and Captain America. And those were the three that came in under Timely Comics. So when Timely became known as Marvel, those three got grandfathered in with all the other heroes. And a majority of the ones that you're watching on film right now, the really popular ones right now, were all ones done during Stan Lee's big run in the 1960s. After Marvel had gone out of business and stopped publishing for a few years. That's a part of Marvel history that not many people know, that they weren't publishing for a long time.
I remember.
And so I think Keanu would be perfect as Namor. And the film that he could be a part of which, as of right now, it would just be simple just to give him a cameo. I'd put him in Black Panther 2.
Yeah, and I can just imagine what a conversation between Keanu and Kevin Feige is like. And it'll be, I'm going to put in the clip of, dude, where's my car? That's what it would look like. Dude, what's mine say? So anyway, that's it for this episode. And I'm tired. I need to get something to eat. And we got to avoid having to burn down the kitchen like this guy. Anybody that watched the Thursday episode. Crash. Beep, 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 beep. Anyway, getting the munchies during the show. Thank you, Susan. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot, and we appreciate it. We hope you enjoy the show. Let us know what you think. If you like us, subscribe, hit the like button, say something. And until next episode, man, we're out of here. Get off our lawn.
Please remember to like, subscribe and comment, as we love to hear back from our viewers. Also, if you enjoy our videos, please consider becoming a patron of our show through Patreon and or GoFundMe. Links are listed below the video in the description.
Y'all come back now, you hear?